we go through these like Reddits of what's the like the grimiest, probably the most garbage sexual fetish. And basically there was a foot fetish Reddit, right? And there was the whole thing. And one of the comments was a guy being like, hey, does anyone have any tips how to get flip-flops involved into the bedroom? So
Weird.
Is that not the ultimate like trash? Because flip-flops is sort of a trash thing in general.
But flip-flops on a nice lady, I'm all right with.
Yeah. Nice painted nails, maybe a little toe ring.
Right, there is, but even still, like if you went to a high class place, you couldn't wear flip flops. Like that is a no.
True, yeah, they on the beach or a classy hotel on the beach, flip flops are.
Yeah.
What's
South
the
Beach,
exact
maybe?
question the guy wants?
Okay,
to know?
so we're saying we were like classy hotel. You're like, well, if you're in Cuba and you go to the
Sure, it's
restaurant
very
on the
specific. Yeah,
all-inclusive.
I mean, if you're in Denver and you're wearing flip flops, it's a tough look.
Flip flops sort of trashy.
He likes
Yeah.
the girls wearing flip flops. This guy.
This guy wants to get flip flops. So there's a few different posts from this thing, but this one specifically, his thing was he's like, I want my girl to wear the flip flops around all day, and then I want to try to get the flip flop involved. Like maybe
That's
she
what I
jerked
don't.
him off
I don't
with the
get
two
that.
flops.
I don't get like the saw. Like I don't get the smell. Like the a clean foot's nice. It doesn't really do much for me, but I go, oh, okay, it's something.
A hot foot does something for me.
The
if the girl's
used
hot.
foot all day. That's what I'm like.
yeah.
That's what I don't. Yeah.
Well, that's what this guy said, and it was pretty gross. This next guy, who's like, so my girlfriend, we've been together for a while, and I was telling her about my foot fetish, and she's supportive, so it's good that she's supportive about it. And he goes, she's got really good foot hygiene, and she doesn't wear old socks, which you think is positive, but he's not very happy about this. And he says, recently I've been trying to get her feet smell more, so
Feeding her onions and
gross.
shit. Ah, that's horrible, dude.
and he goes,
Putting blue cheese in her socks overnight. Oh, what the fuck is
he's
wrong?
mad. Yeah. He's basically like taking her old socks and putting them back beside her bed into a new pair, being like, "Oh, just pop them on again." He goes, "I wore those yesterday." You go, "No, you didn't." So then he basically goes, yesterday she wore old workout shoes home, and her feet smelled for the first time, and it was honestly the best. And I've been trying to get her to do it again. And basically, it was like his birthday, and he got her to wear like the.
I don't get that. I'm so lucky I'm not wired with anything weird
Agreed.
like
I'd
that.
never get my girlfriend to do anything like that.
You couldn't get your chick to be like, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna need the smelly feet."
Get the fuck! I can't get her to fucking take the trash out. What are you nuts?
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah.
Well, don't act like you're a dreamboat. You got cum in your pants every day.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's a tough thing to swallow. Why would she do anything for you?
That's actually her fetish, by the way.
I'm doing this for you, babe. Fat, smelly guy coming in his undies.
Yeah, because the foot fetish, you're just like, oh, I like a foot or whatever. And this one's like, it has to be fucking grimy.
Got to be cheesy.
Yeah, that's what I don't. I'm so happy I'm not wired that way.
Yeah, like
in the
nasty
sense that
ass.
like there's something that you just got to do to get off, or that like.
Yeah, like you need like that really special shit.
Yeah.
Dudes who like armpits and stuff like that. Yeah, it's tough.
Armpits is
I
a
got
tough
nothing.
one.
Yeah.
Those ones are so weird too. It's like, what are you into exactly? It's just nothing. I guess the thing is, and that's why if you look at cultures where you like, let's say if it was completely forbidden for the girl to show her feet, then I could see why it's more like, oh, a little foot.
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah,
I bet
yeah.
you if you're like Muslim or whatever, that cheek comes out.
It's a big thing.
Ooh, ankle.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you go, okay, but I want the cheek to smell now. That's where you're losing me. And then this guy goes, my housemate always leaves her boots at the door, and I wish she would leave her socks in them so I could sniff it.
Man,
so this is
what the fuck?
God, creepo.
Well, the funniest part about these Reddits is that these creeps all find themselves, and then the guy will post like, and she won't leave her socks out, and everyone's like, that fucking bitch. Like,
yeah, you believe that?
Yeah,
Fucking whore, she's not using them.
She's in her different Reddit being like, my socks keep going missing, and I think my roommate's stealing.
I know.
Man, I'm sure there's nightmare stories about guys and girls living together.
Oh, 100%.
Some fucking dude that's a creep.
and there's girls that have no clue that they're getting their panties sniffed once a day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
a panty sniffer either. I have my kinks, I guess, but yeah, nothing
I feel like that kind of stuff. I would be like, yeah, this might be hot. And then you do it, and you go, okay, this didn't. What am I doing?
Yeah, there's things that like people I can't nothing's popping to mind, but like things that are like you would see in like a movie, like that's hot, and then like as like a teenager, I would be like, yeah, no, that's I'm a one and done on that. That's not a thing for me. I don't. It's it doesn't live up to the hype or whatever.
Yeah, well, these guys find their basically any weird thing you're into right now, you can have a Reddit. And
well, I mean, dude, think about it. If you had a weird thing in your head, you were like, yo, smelly, cheesy fucking feet, get me off. That's not something you're going to... At this day and age, you're obviously going to go to the internet to find your support group. You're not just going to like ask your buddy, like, "Hey."
Well, you got to figure out every girl I'm ever with, how do I approach this?
Of course,
you got to kind of bring it up every time, being like, "Hey, so."
You ideally, find one girl. And then
you're like, "How long do I wait before we're dating? Before I bring this up?" Like,
you want to split an appetizer and can I smell your cheesy feet?
You got to order like a cheese board. You go, "Oh, what do you think of this smell? You like this smelly cheese?"
You more of a brie girl, or you like Roquefort? What's the story?
All right, thank you everyone for watching that clip. If you want to support the podcast, go to patreon.com/theboyscast, where we have a new episode every week. 5 bones every week episode. Tons of episodes there now.
5 bones.
5 bones.
5 bones.
Support the boys.
It's $1.25 a week.